get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.
So, do I welcome everybody to the show? Like, y'all have no idea. Just laugh with me. Just laugh. Just laugh. That's all I can do. Normally, I just be like, we live, baby. Clear, we're live now. Okay? And that's all that matters. Remember to tune in each and every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here at onfire-tv.com. Y'all know I'm always laughing. Can't help myself. If you missed any episode of SWAT Radio, tune in right here on onfire-tv.com/SWAT Radio. Check us out. I think me and Tony together are hilarious. I don't know who to say I am. It's like as far as the star, but I'm a say he's T.I. He makes up words, but he also, he has his own vocabulary. Yeah, I'm talking about, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or you can be Little Scrap. I don't know, because Little Scrap make up words too.
Hey, look. It is what it is, 10
years ago, though.
Unfuckwittable. Unfuckwittable.
There we go. So, you can follow the radio show at SWAT Radio Show on all social media platforms. My following, I'm only allowing you guys 2 because some of you are not right and you cannot be on my Facebook. Yeah, I said it. Monica WLS and the number 2, Instagram and TikTok. Tony, give your following real fast.
Tony Berger on all social media platforms. If you can't find me with Tony Berger, it's one driving mofo.
You want to spell mofo?
M-O-F-O. It's motherfucker. That's what it is. Mofo.
Oh my God. Mother is watching.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I got a potty mouth.
Oh,
I love you, cousin.
Mine might be potty on the second half, not this half. But anyway, if you have a question of any sort, like y'all with these dating questions, if you have a question of any sort, if you would like to be a guest, if you want to suggest a topic that we discuss, shoot me an email to theswatradioshow@gmail.com. Or if you prefer, you can shoot a DM to the show page or me, or even Tony. Yeah, either one. It'll all get back to me, and then we'll make it happen. But if you want to be a guest, you need to email me. Those questions and everything else can definitely be a DM, but I need an email if you want to be a guest. So I feel like I talked about everything, except I had to run it back. So let me say this again. Officially, it is official as of a couple of days ago, but it is official that the Crab Feast Junior is sold out. I don't have any more seats. Sold out, free out, whatever you want to call it. I have no more seats for the pre-Mother's Day karaoke and Crab Feast. Yeah, donated ticket gone. Like, we have nothing left. Unfortunately, I had to send 4 people back their money today because for some reason they thought they could just pay. So I'm not an event giver. I don't give events. I might decorate events, but I don't give events. So, like, this was a first for me to do on my own. And so, things of that matter. Let me say that. So it's done. I don't have any more seats. Now I am doing something for Father's Day. It will be a softball game, softball/cookout for the dads. And when I say dads, I mean whether it's biologically your child, your godfather, uncle, just a male figure, grandfather, all of you guys come out. Moms come as well. because
Or used to be fathers as well.
oh, definitely the used to be fathers. So Diamond K is invited. Uh, you is so petty. You wearing a petty hat today. Yeah, so we want everybody to come out. We want the ladies to come out because we want to do everything from the grill, like everything. It's Father's Day. So let them enjoy softball. It will be on Father's Day. I will give the location in a flyer form. So that will be posted and, of course, promoted here. Now, listen, I'm not supplying your bats, your gloves. Y'all going to have to supply that stuff yourself. Okay? So you can bring a team or just come and join the team. Y'all can figure that out on your own. Bring your sons too. You know, you don't all have to be fathers, okay? So let's come out and have some fun. That's really what it's about, right? Right. So it'll be in the afternoon. It won't be early morning. Because I know some dads have to go to church or would like to go to church, whatever the case may be. So we're going to make it happen. We're going to have some fun. Stepdads can come too. See, they're included too, right, Tony?
Yes. I got it on mute in the truck. Yeah, they included you. Any real father, any type, however you look at being a father. Stepdad used to be dad, married dad, single dad, divorced dad. Dads come out.
Men, not
Men.
Yeah. Women who think that you play both roles, so don't do it, please. Okay, so moving right along, and let's get into it. This is a very important show. In the nicest way. We just had a family member that passed that didn't have life insurance, but they also had a pre-existing health reason why they couldn't get the life insurance. So this is not for those particular people. This is for, I thought to do this show because I keep seeing a lot of GoFundMes. That can't be your life insurance. I have more than one policy, of course. And if you work, your job offers a policy. Most banks or, your credit union, whatever, they offer life insurance as well. And for free. Like you can get a small policy for free. So I thought that maybe we need to hear from somebody, a professional in that field, to, explain to them the importance of life insurance and, why you should get it. And what better way, or what better person, I should say, because I don't know many people, just my person, which would be, I'm not even going to say the way he say his name. I'm just going to, Shawn Walker. He can Shawn T Walker and do all the exciting stuff. I don't do that. But he is he is here this evening. And he's going to explain to y'all and educate y'all a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Right? Hi, Shawn. Welcome to the party.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good.
I
want to thank you and Tony for giving me the opportunity to speak on your radio show. So I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So let's just what you say, Tony? Oh, he didn't say that. So look, we're gonna get into it because I'm not even gonna say what happened.
I said absolutely. I was saying absolutely you're welcome, but the truck's super loud, so
listen, we cool on that.
I keep it on mute.
Come on. So first, your first question, because everybody, my viewers know that Jada like to be on the camera. My granddaughter is here, so she might pop in and pop out. So first question is, how did you get started in the business? Let's go there.
Well, that's actually a good question. Growing up in inner city Baltimore, one of the things that I saw was, nobody came into the hood. Growing up, I grew up in Park Ice area. So when I looked at that growing up, nobody came into the hood to talk to people about life insurance. I understood as a teenager that the life insurance industry was the richest industry in the United States. It's also the industry that don't educate people properly when it comes to life insurance. So I saw that as a teenager. But I didn't see companies like American Express, Merrill Lynch. They didn't come to the hood, and they didn't come and help people like myself. So when I saw that, I said, you know what? I want to go into business for myself in the richest industry in the United States. But secondly, I want to help my people. I want to help more people, not only to buy life insurance from a sales approach, but I wanted to educate people on the purpose of having life insurance and the proper choices that they actually had when it came to life insurance. So, so back in 1994, I've been in business 29 years. So I was 22 years old at the time. And it was funny because when I started dabbling in it a little bit further, I got introduced to a company called Primerica, and they talked to me about how they was expanding. They was helping people with some of the financial services, and life insurance was their number one product. So then I looked at statistics and found out 85% of the people that have life insurance in the industry, a lot of people don't know this, but in the industry, most people buy the wrong type. They spend too much money for a little bit of coverage. And my mom, she was one of them. She had the wrong type. My aunt and uncles had the wrong type. And so when I saw that, I said, you know what? I need to help more people. And as helping them, I was able to help more of my friends' family members, and then I expanded by referrals. So they had taught me about being in position to not only help people with the services from the life insurance side, but teach people about how money works, and then teach people about business at the same time. And that's how I got started working with the company. And as a result, I quit my job and went full-time, opened up some offices in different locations. And it's been great educating people, and especially in today's time, because nobody's educating people about the proper way to purchase life insurance. People still don't know, because that's why I heard you talk about the GoFundMe page. I mean, 68 million people walking around with no life insurance statistically because of lack of education. And nobody's sitting down with people like me and you teaching us how to properly buy life insurance, the purpose of it, when to get it, how long you should have it. Nobody's doing that. So that's how I got started with the company, and still educating people on that, Monica.
Well, here's a great opportunity to educate this child. So let them. I mean, like, let them know the necessity. Like, is it like, how I want to say this? Well, that is life insurance a necessity? And what is it for exactly? Because some people just think it's just for the burial, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, a lot of people think it's for the burial. Actually, the purpose of buying life insurance is to protect your income. So, like right now, statistics, you see a husband and wife, and if the husband, I'm gonna just say the husband because they say the husband dies first, but I'm gonna just say the husband. So if the husband is the breadwinner, statistically right now, you probably, and a lot of people on this radio show probably already heard it. They probably heard it from a friend or a family member that, you got a husband and wife. And if the husband is the breadwinner right now, 85% of the widows, the women that become widows, they lose their house under the age of 50 in less than 12 months. Now, a lot of you already heard that story before. The reason why they lost it because there wasn't enough life insurance in place, not only not to protect the income, but it wasn't enough to pay off the mortgage. So then you find out the widow lose the house because they didn't have that extra protection in place. So the purpose of buying life insurance is not to be placed in the ground. It's to protect your income. Experts say you're supposed to have 10 times your annual income. So for example, if you make $50,000 a year, if you want to protect your income, so if you got a husband and wife and kids, technically that husband's supposed to have $500,000 worth of coverage. Well, why is that? Because in the event that something happened to him, the company cuts a check for $500,000, but teach the spouse how to reinvest it backwards, and that'll bring in that same $50,000 a year that was coming in if the husband was still alive. That's to maintain the same lifestyle, not a better lifestyle, the same lifestyle. So what happens is if you want a better lifestyle, you got to have more coverage. But what happens is the same lifestyle, they say experts say you're supposed to have 10 times your income. Now, the reason why people don't get 10 times their income, because depending on their age, it may cost a lot. And, I always tell people, Monica, that life insurance should be required. But if you think about it, like car insurance is required. The state, they require you to have car insurance because they care about protecting their property. They care about, the streets, the roads, things of that nature. But they don't care about families. That's why life insurance is not required by the state. Whereas though, if households make it important for their households to have the proper life insurance, they don't have to worry about in the event when somebody dies, a loved one passes away, they know that the family, it's not going to bring them back, but it'll take care of all the financial burdens, like the mortgage, like the debts, or like if you have little kids, you might want to have money set aside for kids' college education in the future. But the other side is people living longer, so maybe the spouse or the beneficiary just need to have money on the back end for retirement purposes and things of that nature. But that's not explained to most people. Most people say, hey, I get life insurance. They don't know the right questions to ask, so the agent will come in and they just all about making a profit. They sell you insurance because they make more money selling it. But what happens, and here's the funny thing about it, a lot of times people buy insurance that the agents don't even have on themselves. See, one thing when I went with this company, Primerica, they said, hey, we practice what we preach. We give people more coverage for less money. But guess what? I have that same product on myself, and I can explain the inside and out, the benefits and things of that nature. And it's been amazing how we still educate people with that process. And then people, doing these GoFundMe pages, like I'm not an advocate of GoFundMe, because the person that came up with GoFundMe made billions and billions of dollars off of it. But take the African American community. That's the biggest clientele of the GoFundMe. Now, if you use GoFundMe because you want to help a family for additional stuff, I think that's perfect. I think that's awesome. But for final expenses, like the average GoFundMe, like in Maryland, averages anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000. So even if somebody raised $12,000 for final expenses for a funeral, but if you got 3, 4, 5 little kids, how long is that $10,000, $12,000 going to last? It's not going to last that long. You might put the person in the ground, but then after that, you still got to deal with the financial situation when it comes to taking care of the children, taking care of the financial situation of the mortgage, the debt, and things of that nature. And that's all the stuff that's not explained to people. So the purpose of having life insurance is to protect your income. Right. So that way the breadwinner can still survive. And if there's no spouse, you still want to protect your income. But the other side is you need to have money on the back end for the beneficiaries to be able to sustain long term.
All right, so this is what I keep hearing. Well, I have a paid policy, or I have whole life insurance. So can you explain the difference between whole and term?
Great question. So term insurance was the first life insurance that was created back in the 1800s, where you get a lot of coverage for a little bit of money. But the insurance industry, and I always tell people, just go back to the insurance industry. That's why it's the richest industry today. But what happens is the insurance companies didn't like the fact that they didn't make that much money selling term insurance. It was good for the client. You get a lot of coverage for less cost. And life insurance is only designed for a certain period. Life insurance was never designed to have the rest of your life to age 100. Life insurance was only designed, one, to protect your income, but two, until you accumulate some money. Meaning that, God forbid, that if something happened to the average family, they usually don't have the financial resources that if they die right now, the kids going to be okay. Well, because they don't have the money, you need life insurance. But over time, you need to save money. And that's what we also teach people about investment accounts, whereas you get a higher rate of return. Over time, you accumulate some money. So on the back end, let's say 30, 40 years later, now you got $1 million, $2 million saved in cash. Technically, you don't need life insurance, because if you die with $2 million in cash, well, your family get the $2 million in cash. But people are living longer. If you look at the mortality rates, people living longer. So even if you live longer, 65, 70 with $2 million in cash, guess what? Now you can retire a little bit better. Now you can take that $2 million and grow it to $3 million and $4 million. And that's the stuff that's people not understanding because it's not explained. So go back to your initial question. Term was first, more coverage for less money. The industry didn't like selling it. And if you think about term insurance, your car insurance is term insurance. You renew it every so often. Your health insurance is term insurance at the job. Your insurance at the job is term insurance. So because it's group insurance, that's term insurance. They cover you while you're there. So all insurance is technically term insurance, but the industry didn't like selling it because they didn't make that much money selling it. So they came up with whole life insurance later. And with the way they got our grandparents, and you probably remember this back in the day, or you heard the stories, our grandparents, when the guy knocked at the door, he sold a whole life policy. And the way they sold it to our great-great-grandparents, they said, if you get this plan, you can accumulate some money in it. And over time, you can borrow your own money. Now, our great-great-grandparents, the only thing they heard was, oh, I can borrow? Yeah, give me that plan. I can borrow my own money. Well, you got a couple of issues with that. If you borrow your own money from the policy, they usually charge you an average of 6 to 8% to borrow your own money. But I always tell people, why would you have something to charge you to borrow your money when it's your money? It came from your premium. Like, you can't borrow from your car insurance. You can't borrow from your health insurance. You can't borrow from your medical insurance. You can't borrow from your renter's insurance. So it just never made sense Why would you have a life insurance policy you can borrow from? So that's like one reason, you know, I kind of personally don't recommend it. But two, let's say, because I meet people that say, well, Shawn, I'm never going to borrow from the whole life policies. I'm going to just build up a savings in it. But here's the mistake. You might get an average rate of return, maybe 4 to 5%, a little bit better than what the bank is doing. I got that. But the problem is, if you die prematurely, that savings in that policy, the insurance company keeps it. So most people don't know that. Most people don't read their policies. Most people don't read their policies until somebody dies. Just like people don't read their car insurance until they get into a car accident. So what happens is, and even if you read it, most people don't understand it because of the terminology, which they package it that way on purpose so the average consumer can be confused. So the savings in that policy, the insurance company keeps it because you've never heard a beneficiary say, I got X amount of dollars from the life insurance, plus I got X amount of dollars from the cash value savings that was in that whole life policy. Most people never heard nobody ever say that. Why is that? Because they don't get the cash value savings. So we don't recommend it. Whereas though, if you got term insurance separate, and then you got separate investment accounts, usually the average investment accounts, you can get a higher yield. You can get way more than 4%. Some accounts do. I mean, you can look it up yourself. The average mutual fund does about 10% since 1950. Way more than an insurance policy, way more than the bank savings account, because bank savings do 0.2, 0.3. But what happens is, if you got term insurance and you got investments, guess what happens? You die, your family get the insurance and the investment account. You get both. But let's say you live and you need some money out the savings. Well, if you take money out the savings, one, there's no charge. And two, it don't affect your life insurance, so it's totally separate. So you never want to have your savings bundled in your life insurance. You always want to have separate insurance, separate investments, and term is more effective because it gives you more coverage for less money and allows you to save money over time. So that way, at the end of the term, it could be 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You could say, okay, great. I got the cash. Now I don't need that much coverage. But if you need it, you just renew it. But it costs a little bit more because now it's based on that age. That's how they get you on the back end. It costs more the older you are. Yeah. And see, that's stuff that people don't know. See, and so you already got a headache now, but that's the stuff that people don't know. And that's why I got involved in business, because I wanted to help people like me. I wanted to help my family, friends. I was able to do that. And now it's actually, I've been in business since 1994. It's kind of worse now than what it was when I started, because no company is really educating people. Now you got companies that's coming out with new insurance products, but they coming out with new insurance products so they can make more money. But a lot of times they don't even have the product on themselves. So I always tell people that if you think it's a good product, you should have it on yourself. Like I have everything on myself, as well as investments. So I teach people the same thing. And, that's how I got started with the business. And I wanted to educate people on insurance and investments. You know, if you look up the rule of 72, I think everybody should look up the rule of 72. That was the thing that was most powerful. Albert Einstein came up with that. Wealthy people know it. Low middle income market don't know it. I didn't know it growing up in the hood. American Express didn't come in the hood and talk about the rule of 72. And the banks use it against me and you, because what happens is we put our money in the bank. They pay me and you 0.2, 0.3%, maybe almost 1%. But they take our money and invest it, and they make 10, 12, 15% off our money. So the banks make more on our money than we make on our money. So here's what we do. One of the things I do is teach people about that same rule of 72, but you can make it work for you. Instead of putting all your money in the bank savings, you need investment accounts. But a lot of companies, you need 10 grand to open up the account. You need 250,000 to open up the account. Well, we do investments for a minimum of 25 to 50 bucks a month, and you still get the high rate of return. And you can put as much as you want in. So now not only we help you protect your family with the right type of life insurance, but now we take care of the back end. Life insurance is for today. Money is for tomorrow on the back end. And the rule of 72 basically tells you how long it takes for your money to double. You just take your rate of return divided into 72. And it's amazing, Monica. I've been in business this long, and I meet people still like, I'm 51. I meet people my age. I started this at 22. I still meet people at 51, 55, 60. And I always say, have you ever heard of the rule of 72? And they still tell me no. I'm like, wow, you need to know this. But again, it goes back to the original question, why I started the business. Nobody's teaching proper life insurance protection. And nobody's teaching, especially in the African-American community, nobody's teaching about savings and investments on the back end. And,
excuse me, I'm trying to remember when you even mentioned that to me.
Yeah, I mentioned it a couple times. I said, Monica, we got to get together.
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, you probably remember this. I said it just like this. I said, since you're making a lot of big money with your radio show, we should.
I don't make money. There's no money here.
I know, but that was the comment I made. I said we got.
I remember that. I wasn't doing this show when when you tried to get me in the business.
Oh, you talking about back then? Well, yeah, back then. But no, I'm talking about like in the last 2 years. I said we gotta get together, do investments, save some money. Everybody gotta save some money. I mean, it's okay to make money and spend money, but we gotta save money too.
I'm gonna have to hear more about that at another time. So no, really. So like when I refer people to you, I can refer them to you for more than life insurance, right?
Yeah, we do 15 services. It's just that our main products is life insurance, investments.
Sure.
We also do debt elimination. We save people money on auto, homeowners, and renters insurance. We do mortgages. We do wills. A lot of people walking around and don't have a will in place. We do will preparation. Because we got a lot of partners that partnered up with us, like MetLife, AIG, like Mason, downtown Baltimore. We got a lot of companies that partner up with us, so we're pretty excited about that.
I'm glad you brought up a will, because I was just having this conversation. Here we go, Tony. Here we go on that family stuff. So look, we had a cousin. We had a cousin that passed away, right?
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Not the one that was recent, but he was killed in a car accident on 95. And
back in September.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give him all details. I'm just talking about his delusional mother. So his mother believes, who's not related to us, she believes that I was the beneficiary on his policy, and I took the money. So
you was, Monica. Stop lying. You took that man money. She's gonna have you arrested. She's got an investigator and an attorney and the police. She's gonna get that $40,000.
That woman is delusional, like real bad delusional. But she thought she's saying that I was the beneficiary and I took the money. She's one of those people who don't understand what a life insurance policy is for. Because if I was the beneficiary, then that meant I get the money. It didn't tell me I need to bury him or whatever. Here's the thing. I wasn't the beneficiary. However, that's what she believes. I don't care if she hired a Lord. Nobody's going to tell her that I was supposed to give her money or that I got the money. Because it didn't go neither one of those ways.
Wow.
That's what I think. Like,
so can you elaborate on that aspect? Shawn, can you elaborate what the expectation versus the requirement is for that? A person
no requirement. That's what you need to have a living will for. I'm making you the beneficiary of this policy so you can go do X, Y, and Z. Because other than that, nobody can get mad about how the money went, because this is the person I need to receive my money. That's all that says. When you put me as a beneficiary, I'm just saying. Unless Shawn knows something that I don't know.
Yeah, so that's usually one thing I recommend people when they have a beneficiary. I always tell them, let the beneficiary know that they're the beneficiary. Number one, so they need to know they're the beneficiary, so that way when something happens, the beneficiary know who to contact immediately, and that way there's no delay. But the only job of the beneficiary is from the company to beneficiary. The company just send the check to the beneficiary. The company does not make the beneficiary handle the final expenses, the funeral arrangements. So the company don't even know about that. Their job is, unless the beneficiary, the check went straight to the funeral home, and then in that case, because it happens two ways. Sometimes the beneficiary check can go straight to the beneficiary and do it that way, and that happens a lot. But a lot of times, sometimes the insurance company send the check straight to the funeral home and cover the expenses, and then they send the difference of the check straight to the beneficiary. So, but in terms of the obligations and stuff, that's between the person that was alive and whoever they dictated as the beneficiary. And that's why will is good. You got to have will in place, but because of lack of education, think about all the people that passed away without a will. Aretha Franklin didn't have a will. I think Takeoff that passed away with the Amigos, that's the one that he didn't have a will. Prince didn't have a will. But a lot of times people think they need a will, but need a lot of stuff. I always tell people, no, you need a will because it even dictates from the medical standpoint. Like if you go to the hospital, who has power of attorney, you know, to cut the machine off and things of that nature. So you don't need a bunch of stuff to have a will. It's just that nobody's educating us that we need a will.
People on that side of the family that Tony is on, they need wills because all they're going to do is fight about it.
Yeah, got to have a will.
I'm just Tony,
Hey, why you putting me in the middle of it? I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I said the side of the family that you on.
You on
Telling
that
people
same
to
side
take
of the
their
family.
stuff. Oh, you better get a will.
No, listen.
You better get a will.
I got a will. My shit in order. We had this conversation
All right,
yesterday.
do we have to cuss today?
I ain't
Your
cuss,
mother
but
already told me to tell you watch your mouth.
no, my stuff in order.
I like that. His stuff is in order.
Yeah.
Cussing in
Yeah,
order.
my stuff in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you know, because Stephon gonna be over there getting the motorcycle.
Nope. Nope. That's supposed to get sold.
Your mother gonna move in the house.
Nope. That's getting sold too.
Why would you sell it from your daughter?
Huh?
Why would you sell it
No,
from the girls?
I'm being funny. No, my mother got a house. She ain't nobody getting that house. Actually, what's supposed to happen? Well,
You said what's on?
I want to disclose what's supposed to.
Oh, there you go.
I said I ain't gonna disclose what's supposed to happen, but that's already taken care of. So Jess is probably gonna end up with the house.
We're not even gonna go there.
That's what my beneficiary is.
Listen, these things are important. I don't know how you got to. Anyway, these things are important because some of these people be in these long-term relationships, and all they are is the girlfriend. And then when they get to the hospital, they find out that they can't even make those decisions. They got to call the man's mother, other, even a sibling, because it's the next of kin, not the person you're in a relationship with. They wouldn't be the next of kin. And I've seen that a lot where I work at. The man to be in a relationship with one woman, but then here come the wife, and the wife have to make the decision, not the girlfriend. So, yeah.
A lot of times that happens because the couples don't talk about it, because some people they avoid that conversation about death and life insurance, and I always tell people, we got to talk about it because it's going to happen. And so if something happens, I need to know what to do just in case. Am I the beneficiary? Am I not the beneficiary? And that way, do I need to assist whoever your beneficiary is? But people don't have those conversations up front, and you got to have those conversations.
I need to get my own policy on you.
Yeah.
So explain that too, right? Whether you could be the owner of your own policy or... I'm sorry, I got a tattoo, and it's not...
Yeah, you go on your own policy. Matter of fact, you was talking about that example. We just had a situation, a husband and wife, and this was on the news. The husband and wife, they was coming from somewhere off of 695 driving, and but he saw somebody that broke down. Anyway, make a long story short, he got out to help him. When he got out the car, another car came, hit him, killed him. That happened probably about because they was in my office. That might have been back in October or something like that.
I remember this. I don't know.
So we put $400,000 on the husband. Now, let me tell you the story. Prior to that, remember I said most people buy the wrong type of life insurance, but they don't know it. So prior to that, they had one of those whole life policies that they only had $50,000 worth of coverage prior to sitting down with us. When they sat down with us, we was able to give them way more coverage for only I think it was an extra $10. So we ended up putting $400,000 because they had $50,000 husband and wife. We put $400,000 on a husband and wife, and it was like an extra $10. Now he passes away, and all the wife kept talking about was, "Thank God I came in here and talked to you, because had I just depended on my $50,000, that wouldn't have been enough to pay off the house and take care of that little 11-year-old that they have, the 11-year-old child, because we gave them $400,000 more coverage for less money." So stuff like that, people not being educated on about being properly protected. Because I meet people that say, "Yeah, I'm protected," and I say, "Yeah, but are you properly protected?" And they say, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, pull your policy out, and then I'm gonna show you exactly what you mean." And then when I sit down and show people that, they always say, "Wow, no one has ever showed this to me." I'm like, right. Most companies, they just want to sell your product because they make money, and that's it. They ain't worried about educating; they worry about selling. But in terms of the owner, yeah, you can own your own policy. I mean, because most people get their own policy on themselves. But in terms of being able to own a policy on somebody else, certain people can. You can own a policy on certain people. Like you can own a policy on your grandmother, on your kids. People that have insurable interests. Like you can't own one on your brother or sister unless you have power of attorney or custody of that stuff. That's the only time you can own one on your brother and sister, but legally. But other than that, there's some people that you can own a policy on, and then there's some people that can own a policy on you. Just depends on the situation.
So let me talk like what's that rapper, Sexy Red? What about your baby daddy? You can't insure your baby daddy?
You can, because that's assurable interest because y'all have kids together. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, that's for you, not for me.
I got policy on both of them.
Did they sign off on that? Huh?
Have to.
Huh?
They do not have to. Something happened. My kids paid. I don't want the money. That's just for my kids.
Now, did you have the policy more than 2 years?
The one 9 years and the other one probably coming up on 2. Maybe it's coming up on 2. Yeah.
Okay. Because the reason why I asked, because in the industry, they have a clause where people can kind of contest policy and coverages. So if somebody said they didn't know about it in less than 2 years, not saying it won't go through in terms of the death benefit, but they could contest it. So that's why I asked. As long as it's over 2 years, you're good. But like if it's less than 2 years, somebody can always come and say, "Oh, I didn't know he had a." I mean, they didn't know he had a policy on such and such. So the company can say, "Oh, they didn't know. Oh, then we don't have to pay it out."
Yeah, my youngest daughter is coming up on 2 now. You don't believe what?
Especially with Miss Peachy, but whatever.
I got a life insurance policy on her.
With the guests on here. I mean, he a guest to y'all. I talk to him the same way I talk to y'all. So, I mean, he not a guest to me. He a guest to you. So
Every policy I got is to protect, like he said, and I didn't ever think about it like how he explained it, which was educational to me. I got my policies to protect my kids, to help things out if something was to happen to either one of their parents. I didn't think about it being long term because they're not large policies per se, but they are beneficial policies, meaning that it will help me to help raise them. But now with talking and listening to what he's been teaching, I might have to go back and research some stuff and change some things.
Yeah, it's funny you said that, Tony, because I sat down with a woman and she said, because kids don't really need a lot of coverage, but it depends. But I always get so this woman, she wanted to put a policy on her daughter, and her daughter had 3 kids. So when I recommended the coverage she should put on her daughter, she said, "Well, I don't want that much coverage." And I said, "Well, you got to think about it. If something happens to your daughter, who's going to take care of these kids financially?" And she said, "Well, I never thought about that. I just thought about having enough for like the funeral for my daughter." I said, "Yeah, but who's going to get the kids?" She said, "Well, I don't know who will get the kids." I said, "Well, you probably next. I mean, that's the father. But at the end of the day, I mean, you want to be in position so that way, just in case you do get the kids, because I see a lot of grandmothers that get the kids of their children. You do want to be in a position where as though you at least have enough coverage so that way you can take care of those 3 kids." And then when I said it that way, she was like, "Oh, wow, that makes sense." But again, that's going back to the stuff that, the industry and companies not educating people on. Yeah.
well, I'm covered, so I don't. I'm good. That's all I know. I'm good.
What type of coverage you got?
More family members, because some of them don't know what happened, Tony.
I said, what type of coverage you got?
We're not discussing my coverage.
I'm just saying, because me and Jada might want to go to Disney World.
Oh, we going to Disney World, no problem. We need to see of May. Don't play no games. We going to Disney. You got jokes. Let me see who your beneficiary is. I'll let you know.
I told you yesterday who mine is. My daughters go to a trust account. Can't nobody touch it till they 18.
No, but there is a policy somewhere with another with somebody else, an adult. Because
Jessica.
Yeah, but see, I could knock you off and we can share the money. I'm just trying to see what's going on.
She ain't going for that. I was already talking about knocking you off and splitting the money with Jada.
Not to go to Disney. We already booked to go. What you talking about? She
gonna want to go back. She gonna want to go back. She loves Mickey.
She already going. She going the day after her birthday. It's all good.
She want to go. She want to go free with Mickey. She go spin the band with Mickey. We gonna be straight.
Now wait a minute, y'all. Let me put this disclaimer out there, okay? We are joking. Ain't nobody knocking nobody off. So something happened to Tony in here.
Right.
Okay? Y'all know we joke here on SWAT Radio. We joke all the time.
Right.
We real cousins, okay? Not fake cousins. We blood cousins.
We real blood cousins.
So, but some of these other people we gotta spread this insurance stuff to. I need to know some investment stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was about to ask him to elaborate on that because I got a couple of little investments.
So we're gonna elaborate.
Yeah.
We're gonna elaborate in a private conversation. Yeah, our time. Yeah, time. So you want to elaborate at another time on your own personal time. Because Tony will keep the show going for 2 hours. So, Shawn, if somebody want to reach out to you for life insurance, living wills,
investments,
all that good stuff, give them how they can reach out to you. I already know because I'm
yeah. So yeah, my direct cell number is 443-306-3918. Again, it's 443-306-3918. That's my direct cell. And then some people like to reach me through email, which is Shawn T, SHAWN T as in Tom .walker@yahoo.com.
No, say your name like you said on your voicemail. He's so nice and calm.
There you go.
He's so nice and chill right now. No, he'd be so live on that damn voicemail that I won't leave a message.
But you know, I've hired a lot of people and I got a lot of clients because of that voicemail. It's been on there since 2000. I need to change it though to update my voice.
It had to be, what was it, 2007? I don't know when it was.
Yeah, it was 2000. Yeah, 2007. Yeah.
That was when I was getting ready to have my funeral.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's getting you customers, don't change it.
That wasn't getting them customers because I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh, it is. It is because I had a woman.
I was like,
hey Tony, because it's like a uplifting voicemail, and so I had this woman. She would call, and apparently she got the wrong number. But I kept saying this number on my phone. So one day I answered it. So she was like, and this what made me keep it. This was back in 2000. She said, "Oh, you answered." I said, "Yes, ma'am. Who's this?" She said, "Well, you don't know me, but one day I called your phone, got the wrong number." She said, "But I always listen to your voicemail whenever I have a bad day." She said, "By the way, what do you do?" Matter of fact, she said, "Are you in radio?" I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm not, but I am hiring people and training and advocating." And when I told her that, she said, "I like to see what you're doing." She came to my office and joined me in business, still in business with me. She became a client. And then even to this day, I get people to say, "Hey, that was an awesome voicemail." You know.
So is she still in the business?
Yes. And a client.
So proud of her. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I just kept it. So I mean, I need to update my voice though, because that probably sound young on the voicemail.
No, you don't sound young, sir. No. You want to be young so bad. You want to be young. Listen, I'm gonna thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I thank you and Tony. So hopefully that was some, a little bit educating, and people don't know how.
A lot.
That is.
It was a lot. I learned a little bit. I'm definitely gonna call you.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, make sure now. Listen.
Do Monica get a finder?
I'm calling. Because I need.
Do Monica get a finder's fee?
No.
But speaking of that, I'm glad you asked that question, Tony, because I was telling Monica, I said, "See, had you had the license already, all the people y'all come across that don't have insurance and utilizing GoFundMe, I said y'all could just help them right there on the spot. All I gotta do is get a license. And it's not hard because so when Monica, you asked me like, how did I get started? I said it was the richest industry, and they said all you gotta do is get a license. So I went to a class, which today is only 3 days. You go on the weekend, get licensed, pass the state exam, and then I teach people how to do the business.
It's so boring.
Well, the class is boring, but every state class is boring. Even when you got your driver's license, all of it's boring.
Man, listen, if I
I
can
didn't
sit
have
through,
to go to driver school when I
if
got
I
my
can
driver's
sit,
license.
I can sit
That
through
wasn't
these waste,
mandatory.
if I can sit, if I can sit through these wastewater licensing classes, I can sit through that insurance class.
It ain't about just sitting through it. Well, for me it was. So I'm not even gonna say that. It was about sitting through. But don't just say sitting through because you're going to have to sit through and retain the information.
Well, you only need it for the
I
test.
retained the information. I probably could go and pass the damn test.
Yeah. Now we
But
got coaching because we tell you what's on the
like,
exam you can pass.
I was in there nodding off. I was like, hold on. I need to stand up. And it was kind of
It's way better
hot
now.
outside too. So it was kind of cold in the room. So that wasn't helping me either. So maybe.
Well, you was in a different space too, so
I was.
It's way better now.
I was in a different space. You're right.
Yeah, so.
Well, again, I'm gonna thank you for tuning in.
Thank you both for having me.
Jumping on here and explaining some good things.
Yeah, that's important.
Let me know if somebody reaches out. If y'all reach out to Shawn and you watch the show, make sure you mention my show. So I can know what. I just want to know.
Oh, hey, I'm with you.
Who gathered the knowledge? Okay, I won't get anything from it. I just thought this was an important topic that needed to be discussed, so y'all can stop with the GoFundMe's because I'm not sending y'all anything.
I concur.
I suggest do a fundraiser. I think you would get more money because people buying stuff. I'm getting something for giving you something, and that's. I mean, otherwise it's like get some life insurance because that's really where I'm at. Especially with people, when I see people, people even have the Gerber life insurance. I see people with children 16, 17, and y'all looking for somebody to pay a GoFundMe. You want me to put money on that when you could have got that little Gerber life insurance that they send y'all? You could have had something. No, for real. You laughing, but I'm so serious.
Just real quick, just for the people watching, just out of the top of your head, a typical $100,000 policy would go about how much a month?
So if it's like for let's say 30 years old, I'm just saying off the top of my head, they can get that for like $26, maybe $29 for a 30-year-old.
See, right there, y'all spend more than that at McDonald's a month.
Exactly. That's the other part I was going to talk about because Monica touched on the GoFundMe pages, people not having life insurance, but I always tell people protecting your income, protecting your family is way more important than a big old truck payment, way more than being in debt. I mean, you got to take care of your family. That's more important than anything else. But people spend that kind of money, like you said, on McDonald's, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, but don't have no life insurance. Yeah.
It ain't me. I spend money on all that.
So I just asked that so that people that's watching could have an idea, and they be like, "Oh yeah, $29, I can do that." You know, compared to $100,000 life insurance is like $100 a month. I can't afford that. That's why I asked that question.
$100?
No, I'm just saying that's how people think in their brain. If you say $100,000 life insurance, people are going to immediately equate $100,000 life insurance to what they paying for car insurance. They don't know that that's a different ball. So they're gonna say $100,000. Well, I'm at least paying $100. Like, no, I ain't doing that. But if you tell them, yo, that's only $29, they like, oh yeah, I just smoked $29 worth of weed yesterday.
Right. But that's a good point, Tony, because a lot of people sometimes think the price is more than what it actually is. Because I had the same guy, he needed $500,000, so I said, how much do you think it's gonna cost for you? And based on his age, and he was a smoker. And he said, oh, that's going to be like probably about $350. He said, that's why I never got it before, because another company quoted him that. I did the same $500,000. It was only $90. So a lot of times people think it costs way more than what it actually does.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, real quick, see, y'all started talking again, messing up on time. What are some reasons that people won't get insured? What could stop people from getting life insurance?
Not being educated, one. Not thinking that they need it now. They think they're going to live longer, especially young people. They thinking, well, I ain't got to worry about life insurance now. I'm only like 30. I get it when I'm 50. Yeah, the problem with that is though you wait till you're 50, now it costs more because you're older, and you might got health conditions, health problems. So now you waited so long, you didn't do it when you was healthy. So now you're older, now you got health issues. So now it's gonna cost more, not just based on your age, but now it's gonna cost more based on your health issues. But depending on your health issues, you might get declined. You might not even get any coverage. So I always tell people you got to get it where you at right now, and then kind of go from there. And then like I said, they think it costs too much, or they just in their mind they don't have the money, or it's not important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, y'all, go get some damn life insurance, okay? Gosh, I don't have money to get to everybody. That's all I'm doing. Because we're going to be on the corner selling waters for your funeral. No, I'm not. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be doing something else. I'm sorry. Y'all better do something other than them GoFundMe. So go ahead and hit Shawn up and get some life insurance. I'm serious. And then after you get your life insurance, go ahead and get them investments going. Because I'm not going to bother you after the show.
So I let you know who reach out.
Let me know. You let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know who reach out. Matter of fact, I'll actually do a caveat. So anybody on this show, if they decide to take advantage of the life insurance or the investment services, they actually get a free financial plan as well. They would actually be able to kind of map out their whole financial situation, and I can show them exactly, what they need to do to get out of debt, as well as what they need to have for retirement purposes. So we'll be able to do that as well.
Okay. Let me go ahead. Make sure y'all have to mention Swap Radio though. Okay.
Right.
All right. All right, y'all. Listen. Thank you again, Shawn. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I think we have another. One thing I didn't say that is very important, y'all. Okay. After my thank you for tuning in, we are having a roundtable for teenage pregnancy. This is very important, okay? Very important. Since I attended the Lily Mae Curl School, it's an all-girls school, not for teen moms, but they honored my former principal of Launch G. Paquin, which is Dr. Stiff. And some of the things they said just was like clicking in my head. Some things, it was a beautiful event, but I think the school is still needed. There are a lot of teenage parents that do not take being a parent very serious. Some even have left the grandparents to raise the kids. Yes, that's exactly what I said. That happens. However, the school taught us a lot. Parenting class was mandatory. Some things I heard at this banquet I didn't agree with, so I felt like, let's talk about it. Has teen pregnancy actually vanished? Do you not see any? Because I see a lot. So we're going to have a round table. We're going to talk about that. I'm hoping I can get a teenage male parent. I've been searching. There's not a lot of teen parents that want to speak about their experience as a teen parent. I do have some of my former classmates, so we'll have Paquin alumni, former Paquin staff, and this is a live. It's live, but we're going to be in studio. Hopefully Tony can attend. I've mentioned it to him. It's not just for women. So if you would like to participate, shoot me an email at theswatradioshow@gmail.com. If you know someone, let me know. Get me in touch with them somehow. A teen parent, a current teen parent. And when I say that, I mean between 13 and 19, a teen parent. I just want to hear, they want them to share their experience. Now, this is not a show promoting teen pregnancy. We are here to support, motivate, and encourage them. That is it, and that is all. I was a teen parent. I was going into high school and then coming out. I had one 9th grade, one 12th grade. And I made it. So that is the point. Survivors with a purpose. So, so if you want to be a part, reach out by all means. That's why radio show at gmail.com. That is on April 27th at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on the dot. Okay. That's about it. Because I can't get you all the crab feast. Stay tuned for all details for the Father's Day softball game. All fathers, all male figures. Just come on out. Ladies, we want you there too. There won't be any crabs at the softball game. I promise y'all that. Unless y'all buy them. If you want to pitch in, do your thing. We'll make it happen. But ladies, we're doing everything. The grill, the food, everything. Okay? Again, if you want to be a part of that, you can contact me directly. You don't have to email SWAT Radio. That's not a SWAT Radio thing. So you can DM or call me 410-336-1719. We can get that, started. Let me know where you want to fit in. Fellas, bring your own bats, gloves, balls. That's y'all thing. Okay?
It's balls.
That's why I don't like Tony. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms at SWAT Radio. At SWAT Radio Show. Or the SWAT Radio. SWAT Radio. Tony messed me up with the balls thing.
I'm just saying.
Is Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram and TikTok. Go ahead, Tony. Tell us what you're saying and give your following information.
I ain't saying nothing, but you can follow me as Tony Berger on all social media platforms. I'm also One Driving Mofo. I don't know which one which, but you can find me.
This guy is hilarious. So look, I'm trying to see how I can legit show. So yesterday I went and got myself a little birthday tag.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, we see them little thighs.
Hold up. So this thing, I can't go all the way up. I don't want no trouble.
Diamond K in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right now, so I look nice, y'all. All right, y'all. So Cookie Man did my tattoo. Now listen, let me tell y'all something. He is a very hard person to he's a very hard person to get an appointment from. If we didn't work together, I wouldn't have no appointment. People call me to get their appointments because they be like, you need him right now. So listen. I was sitting on it a little bit, didn't even realize it. The swelling's still not going down. But it's gonna get there. I'm going to work tomorrow. So he need to finish this too somehow. I gotta get, I'm still going. But anyway, y'all, I was sitting on that leg, so it's a little pain right now. So again, that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We will talk dating next week. I do apologize for those. I didn't know that we were gonna go so long on life insurance, but it was definitely needed.
Definitely.
So, next Thursday, we will get more into it. But then on Saturday, we back to that, serious topic. Okay. If you want to be a guest for the dating, let us know. Diamond K has been very quiet on this episode. Y'all know something wrong. Okay. Tony, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, thank y'all and see y'all next Thursday. Yes, you. See y'all next Thursday. And until then, remember to walk by faith. I'm crazy. Walk by faith, not by sight. Peace.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.